Morning. I am out here at a little favorite spot of mine at Land Between the Lakes. It's been a little while since I've been out here, but I just wanted to get out and maybe organize my thoughts for this year coming up. Just try to figure out how I want to plan for my year. Not not really happy with the world around me right now. Just a lot of things that just aren't going good. You know, last year sucked pretty much for everybody, so I don't feel all alone on that one. But I don't see this year, or even maybe the one after, getting much better. With the exception of maybe the Nashville bombing and a little bit of the Capitol riots, I have pretty much boycotted all live TV, and I am reducing quite heavily my presence on social media all the way around. I'm just not enjoying all the things popping up in my news feeds anymore, so I'm just taking a break from all that. So I am out here today to really just kind of scope out a spot that I found last year when we were paddling around out here, and I'll show you all that here in a little bit, but I want to scope it out for maybe a new camp, paddling wise, and hopefully maybe a camp that I can set up for fall squirrel season. So that's what my goal for today is. It's very impromptu, and I have no idea what to expect, because short of the little campsite out here that I'm gonna stop by and show you guys, and it's right off of the road. So when we came out here last year, my wife and I, just to look at it, with all the lockdowns and stuff, and many more people getting out in nature that generally don't, it was pretty heavily trashed, and I don't, although it's a nice little campsite, I don't want to consider it for possibilities, just because I don't expect this year to be much different than last year. So going forward, when camping season rolls around, there's probably going to be a lot of people who you don't want to share the woods with out here. So I've got this very curious box, not very heavy, maybe a pound. Feels like there's quite a bit of packing peanuts in there, and there went my GPS. So Bob sent me something. My wife picked it up from the post office yesterday, and it has got me very curious and caught me way by surprise, because we usually communicate back and forth, you know, hey, I'm sending you something, be on the lookout, check the mailbox or whatever, and this is completely unexpected and no advance warning. So I'm very curious about this. I'm sure all of you who follow me now are aware of Bob 808 Night, but if you're not, please go check out his channel. He's a good friend of mine, and he's got, I don't know, maybe 600-700 videos. He's very involved in YouTube, and he's got a lot of good stuff out there. So please go check out Bob. And I do have a little bit of a warning from him. He just sent me a message a little bit ago to be careful as I open it. So that's short of that. I have no idea what to expect with this box, but I am very curious about it. So why don't we see what Bob sent me? Of course, I probably brought the wrong knife for being very careful as I open it, but we'll see here. Hey, and as I get bored, I can read some Kansas City newspapers. How about that? Ooh, Bob. Bob is setting me up for today. I have got a Mountain House beef stew meal. You knew. He pays attention too. Bob's a big fan of dandelion tea, and I also enjoy dandelion tea, and he has set me up with a box of dandelion tea. And what else, Bob? Ooh, breakfast, some biscuits and gravy. And it looks like that is it. Thank you, Bob. I brought a lunch with me for today, but that does not mean I can't, I might even give the biscuits and gravy a try right away. Bob, I appreciate it. It was very unexpected, and I do plan on spending a lot more time out in the woods this year, so they will not go to waste. I appreciate that. Okay, so let me put some of my stuff up. We're going to walk down here to the little campsite, which I used to enjoy quite a bit, and we'll get our little adventure started. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. Okay, so this little spot right here, which is really just right off the road, is for the most part where I would park. Can wander down this a little bit. It was okay with when I had my Jeep, and probably would be fine with my truck too. We're just on foot today though. And I believe it was probably an old home site before TVA took the land. There's some plants down here that just don't belong in nature, so it just makes me think it was probably a home site. But from here, the little road does not become good driving, so. And that little road just comes out onto this little landing road here. And we're going to take this out around the water. But here is, and it's cleaned up quite a bit since I was here last summer, the little campsite I was talking about. It actually looks good at the moment. The lake is at winter pool, so the water level is really low, but here was the fire ring. It looks like somebody set one of the trees on fire. Figures. And there was some better spots for hammocking. We are not walking down into that. But it was a nice little spot. Camped here a few times. I've almost always found something to return home. Yeah, they set this place on fire. What a shame. And then here's some of them plants I was mentioning. They're not native, so I'm sure when there had to have been a house here and it was ornamental at the time. Yeah, I don't like this. So they've burned this one. They've scorched this one a little bit, and it looks like they were practicing their hacking. That's a shame. Okay, so I'll walk down here and I'll explain my plan for today. And this here is pretty much summer pool level shoreline right where we were fixing to stand. So, but this little bay here, the main river channel is beyond that tree line way down there at the end. We have floated in here a couple times or two, and it's really a pretty float to get into this bay. There's on this high point over here. That high point for some reason just kind of calls out to me, and the shoreline around it, I just think there's got to be a good spot to set up a camp there. I today would like to skirt the bay, and it looks like maybe there's a little roadbed on that side of it too. That is a kind of a surprise. I wasn't expecting that, but it'll make navigating a little easier today. And I would like to see if I can't find a good camping spot. I'm very curious as far as the view on top of the high point, so we might climb to the top of that. Over here at the end of the bay on the left, there is an old cemetery, now a Cree cemetery, but I think formerly when people lived out here it was Jimison. We are not going there today, but I'm just throwing that out there for future references. And then there's the bay on this side. Oh, something in a tree. Let's go see what that is. This whole adventure is extremely impromptu. Like I said, I just wanted to get out of the house and away from television and so forth. It looks like it's just somebody's water bottle filled with toiletries. Another shame. Yep, so, oh, there's some more of them little non-native plants. Looks like they just lined this whole roadway. I am fully convinced that this was somebody else's property at one time. Kind of cool. Maybe we'll find some old home site stuff too. So I'm now on the little road. I'm going to follow it for a little ways, and then until we get past the swampy side and branch off into the woods and try to follow the bay. Like I said, I'm trying to just organize my thoughts for the year, some plans. Just about everything I do is kind of old school stuff, I enjoy cooking open fire, old cowboy type of cooking, Dutch oven stuff. You guys know that now. I like a lot of history. Everything my mind does is rooted in the past. Although I work in a modern world, I'm an electronic technician, so I have to kind of keep up with things, but my mind, ooh, I gotta get off this mud, is not geared towards modern stuff. So that's I know I plan to do a lot more of that. I want to really spend more time out in my little backyard camp, practice some skills that I may have acquired already, and ouch, learn some new ones. I'm going to try to stay away from the modern world as much as possible and just educate myself by studying the past. I think that's my plan for this year. Alright, and we're going through the swamp. likely going to get our feet wet. Maybe not. I should have brought my shotgun because it's still rabbit season. And I bet there's a bunny or two in here somewhere. Okay, yes, there was an old road bed. That's a pretty good little find. That's it going that way, not the direction we're going. And this is us here, so we'll follow this till we get to closer to the mouth of the bay, and we're going to climb that hill. And I am soon going to ditch this jacket. It was, I don't know, 45 degrees or so when I parked the truck. Supposed to get up to 53. And it rained pretty good last night, although the leaves are still crunchy. So it now looks like what was an old road is turned into nothing much more than game trail, which is okay, still easy walking. Ground's pretty swampy. Yeah, so if I looking around here, there's a few more. If I find a good spot to camp at, maybe I could bring some crawdad traps down here too. And the water gets high again. Okay, so that little landing over there is where we started off at. Yeah, we're nowhere near to where I want to go yet, but standing in what will be the shallow water of summer pool, and you can see the high water line up there. So we are going to go around that. Let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, we are going to go around that, probably skip the thick stuff on the side, maybe up over the hill till we get to the other part of the mouth of the bay, and see what's over there. Okay, so as I'm skirting all the thick stuff, I keep inadvertently climbing higher up the hill. It's a pretty hillside though, there's a lot of beech trees here, so they still got their leaves. Just gives everything a nice little peaceful coppery sort of look to it. But I'm getting a lot higher than I thought I would be at this point. Somebody's Canadian whiskeys. That's the problem with at least the shoreline, because there is so much boating activity and people coming out to the lake for recreation. It's hard to tell what is just trash that washes up, especially during high waters, and what is like historical, artifactual. But there's an awful lot of plastic here, so I'm thinking a good 95% of what I'm going to see is just trash. I've made it to one of the spots that at least when I was paddling out here, drew my attention. That's where we just came from. And there's the little hill I just kept getting forced up on. We're now coming down into a little hollow, and then, if it'll focus, the big hill back there that I want to just kind of get a view from. But that little point right in there, when it's high water, paddled out here and I just seen that this little valley in here. Just looked curious when I was sitting in the kayak. Alright, so you do got to be careful watching your step. Matter of fact, I think I'm just gonna do that. This is that little inlet standing in what will be water later, and I do think back in there might be able to find something. Let's go see. Yeah, so this is kind of a neat little spot. It's high enough to where you can paddle in and not have to worry about water unless it's really flooded, you know, but I think it's high enough up to even past summer pool that you would stay dry. There is a hill on 3 sides of you, so you'll stay out of the wind. It might be a good place to set up a little overnight hammock camp or something, fishing, squirrel hunting place. I think in here somewhere might be a good little spot. And these little bitty trees could be maybe in the way, but there's some good big trees, give you some good shade. Does not look like any real widow makers or nothing up there. I did spy a squirrel nest up there. I kind of like this little draw. Yep. I think, are gonna go up the hill. And it is a steep little bugger too. You're almost there. Yeah, there you are. The spine. And it's down in there that we just came from. It rolls too much to show you the base of it, but there's that little bay I thought we could paddle into. Okay, let me catch my breath. Okay, so this is, to you, probably nowhere as pretty of a view as it is to me. But right now, without no leaves on the trees, this is pretty awesome. So when we paddled in, we came in from that channel right over there, and then around this island, I guess you can call it. It was then. It's probably connected now. And this here's just all low water channel. The main river channel is on the other side of that tree line, but the water comes right up to the base of this hill that we're standing on. So from even that gravel point right down there is submerged most of the year. And there's another little channel that takes you back out to the main river channel back that way. And then over here is the bay that we've been skirting. And this is just that little high point that I just climbed to the top of. But I'm gonna find me a stump, sit down for a while and just take in the breeze and then the view. I like that little draw down there though. I have to really work on that. Yeah, when we paddled in here, I don't remember when it was, probably August, maybe late July. There's quite a few squirrels barking at the time. You couldn't see nothing, it was all green treetops, but yeah. And I don't know how perspective is going to come out, but you can see there is not an easy way to this ridge from that side. That's even steeper coming at it in the water. Man, I tell you, that's a really pretty view. So I think I'm gonna just, been out here about an hour and a half. I'm gonna make me my little lunch. Something else too I want to show you when I get it out of here. Let me ditch that little guy. My work buddy, there's only just him anymore. We've been reduced to just two of us now. But he's made a couple things for me. And this he just brought to me yesterday, so I want to give it a try. I want to show it to you guys mostly, but it's just one of them little Ozark Trail cups that you get from Walmart, but it's got a laser engraver. So, oops, watch your step. Watch out that hole. But he has laser etched for me my cup. It's pretty cool, huh? So What's that? So I thought that was pretty cool. What do we got today for lunch? We have, oh, and a little Ozark Trail. I don't know if you know it or not, but the little lid off the Stanley Adventure Cup also fits perfectly on the Ozark Trail Cup. So we've got for lunch one of them little twisted meals that I have grown fond of, and now I'm going to have to probably find a mail order place to buy them from because my Walmart neighborhood market has discontinued them. But we are doing the Italian sun-dried tomatoes and chili flavored couscous. I think I can safely eat this one without repercussions from home because my wife does not like couscous that much. We have been trying to sample them all at the same, together, but she doesn't like couscous. And a couple Vienna sausages. And no, I'm not going to sacrifice any, and although that was kind of fun, wasn't it? And some Liberated from Pizza Hut extra pepper flakes. Nothing special, but perfect lunch for right here. Hey, Bob. All right, Bob. Say hi to everybody. All right. We're on the move again. Almost took a nap. That's a pretty nice little view. You can let yourself wander to imagination pretty quickly up here. Easy to remember the days of river travel and the steamboats coming up and down the river. Guess we're wandering our way back towards the truck. There's a couple other things on the way back out of here. Well, out of here as in land between the lakes, not so much right where we're at. That's going to stop and check out on the way home. But I think for right now we're going to go back down that hill. And I am noticing that this cooler air has sucked this battery pretty good, so I don't know how much more battery I have left, and I did not bring a spare battery with me. So I don't, what's your step, anticipate any new discoveries along the way. But just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Bob, I want to thank you for the gifts. Co-worker friend, I want to thank you for engraving my cup. That was really cool. And for all you guys, thank you for checking in, and we'll see you next time.